Ordinary love, ordinary love. All right, okay. I need to listen to more of them. One or two songs is not. I'll probably do them on the channel eventually, but for today, wants profits. All right, so growing up in the 2010s, I hated rap, and it's because pretty much everything I saw was whatever was the watered down garbage being pushed by whatever mainstream industry, and it happens to fall in line with everything I hated in general, just about things, excuse me, or like the vulgarity, materialism, that kind of stuff. But over time, I kind of got used to it, and I kind of realized I was being very unfair. So I listened to a lot of older stuff and come around on a lot, actually. In fact, I respect it a lot because I think in all this stuff I've listened to, and I've listened to literally tens of thousands of albums, I um like pretty much any genre I can think of, I try and listen to. Um, I feel like rap and hip hop have pushed the lyrics the farthest, and instrumentation maybe not. I mean, I think it's kind of a given because a lot of it's sampled, and it's just but I think I'd give that to like jazz or metal or something. But lyrically very interesting. Like internals, externals. All that kind of stuff. Met double entendres, triple entendres, all the kind of crazy shit people like Kendrick and Dave and other people do. Um, that being said, um, this is a very important album, from my understanding. Actually, hold on, I wanna. No, never mind. It's a very important album. I know that. Um, hold on, let me see. From what I've heard, let me see something. Lots profits. Keyboard. This thing. And it's wrong. I'll get the idea. 71. So I'm trying to remember my history. Was Sugar Hill Gang early 80s, early 70s? I think it was 80s, right? Late, yeah, yeah, okay. So I mean, I'm not a scholar, but this seems like it might be a very like bedrock, groundbreaking, like blueprint for this. And so, I mean, from what I understand, like, because you always hear about rap starting in the 80s, with Sugar Hill Gang and other people, and it's very disco like. And this is the whole decade before, and in, like an entire 10 years. So I have no doubt that this is a blueprint to some extent. I mean, it has to be, I have no idea what it's going to sound like. I will say, like I've said, I know this is a very important album, and it's a very cultural album. One of the videos I've done that did actually very well was at a Kendrick Lamar's "To Pimp a Butterfly," and okay, it's gonna do that. Cool. And that did very well. Issue is, there's a lot of people very angry. 3K? It was 2K last I checked. It did very well, but there's a lot of people complaining that I either talk too much or didn't talk at all, which is whatever, like this is the review. I'm gonna talk, that's what's gonna happen. And there's a lot of people also saying that I wasn't talking enough. I mean, when it's a 2-hour album and it's all very like mostly relaxing music and it's kind of doing the same kind of thing, then there's not really much to say. It's relaxing, so I'm gonna sit in it and enjoy the vibe. But the thing I really want to focus on is people were really mad that I didn't get into the lyrics at all. Look it, I get it. It's Kendrick. I did that on purpose out of respect, because that album is all about, you know, being a black American living in the 2000s or 2010s, whatever era it was, I forget, you know. And it's very political. I'm white, I'm Canadian. I, for the most part, don't share his politics. I don't think. I'm not really a political person. Like, I'm white, I'm Canadian, I'm not political. I didn't grow up in that time. Like there is nothing at all, like literally at all, I could say to contribute to that. So that is why I didn't. I shut my mouth out of respect. Because if it's something that I don't know, that I don't know about, I don't act like I know about it, you know. I'm always willing to like hear different points of views and learn all that kind of stuff. But if I don't know what I'm talking about, I will say I don't know what I'm talking about, and I won't talk about it. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. It might be a similar thing. I mean, I'd assume so, considering, you know, rap is a very cultural thing, and usually when any kind of musical movement starts, it is starting because of a reaction to something cultural. So I'm sure it's going to get into some kind of, you know, some kind of stuff, especially concerning the time period and, you know, the fact that it's, you know, African Americans and stuff. You know, I doubt like Canadians had anything worth saying about. I don't know. Point is, like, this is clearly going to be, you know, it's clearly a very, I don't know if contentious is the word, but point is, I'm going to listen to it because, you know, I'm intrigued and, you know, I want to show respect and I want to learn. But if they're going to get political, I'm probably not going to say anything. And I'm hoping people understand that's out of respect and not out of ignorance. So we're going to get into this. This is first track. These are all very short too. So this would be good because I'm extremely tired and having a bit of a headache from not eating all day. So it'd be a nice quick video. Speaking of, subscribe to my Patreon so I can enjoy food. Any videos that are blocked go up there for free. Support is purely optional, but honestly, very highly appreciated. So, well, that was 10 minutes worth of an intro. I could have worded a lot of that better. Again, I'm tired. I have a headache. I you know, cut me some slack. All right, first track.
We are
The what?
prophets.
Rappin' black,
We are
The what?
prophets.
rapping black,
Rappin' black, rappin' black, rappin' black. I say when people pass their souls around like tattered hats or old tin cups, they chance to sell for pennies their most worthy possession. Rappin' black, rappin' black. I say when people pass their souls around like tattered hats or old tin cups, they chance to sell for pennies their most worthy possession. Rappin' black.
I think I missed whatever that
I
was
said
about.
we should take a lesson from the insect.
Rappin' black.
I said we should take a lesson from the insect. Take a bee. If a bee want honey, he'll go out and make it. And if niggas want freedom, all they got to do is quit crying and lying and dying and just reach out and take it, take it, take it.
Rappin' black, rappin' black, rappin', rappin', rappin'.
Instructions on what to do with niggas and Negroes when the revolution starts.
Step one,
Shoot them in the head and make sure they dead.
step two,
Stack all bodies together in neat piles and get behind them and fight this revolution. Revolution. Revolution.
Rappin' black, rappin' fat.
I'm gonna assume that is what is it called? Not satire, parody, no, ironic. You know what I mean? You know, I assume it's what they're getting at here. Very raw, very just real. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they just pressed play and started going. You know, no instrumental, no nothing, and I'm not sure. Hold on, let me see something here. Sure. A lot earlier than I would have thought of. Okay, hold on. Okay. 20s to 60s. Oh, later. So late 60s, it like just started to have that meaning, and then 70s is when it kicked in. And this is 71, so this does seem to be like the I don't know if it's the first. I don't know if this is like the the Beatles Helter Skelter of rock and roll. But this definitely seems to be this is definitely like this is definitely an origin point of some sort. This is definitely that's what I thought. Interesting. It's very interesting. So there are some longer tracks here. I'm gonna let the first bunch play out a bit more. I was gonna let them play out till about here, but I wanted to clarify some stuff.
And get behind them and fight this revolution, revolution, revolution.
Rappin' black, rappin' facts.
Nat Turner died fighting for freedom. Emmett Till was lynched for sassing.
Triple K in there.
Bessie
I see
Smith
it
bled to death in front of a white folks hospital.
in the title.
In a nation
All right,
under
hold
God,
on.
Nat Turner.
All right, I usually don't do this, but I want to is this guy? That's an old ass picture. Holy shit, that ain't even a picture.
Died fighting for freedom. Emmett Till was lynched for sassing.
Hold on. God damn it, this fucking ass keyboard. I don't even remember what they said anymore. Fucking broken ass keyboard.
Nat Turner died fighting for freedom. Emmett Till
Heal, sure. And
was lynched for sassing. Bessie Smith bled to death.
a lot of names. We're getting actual
In front
pictures
of a white
now.
folks hospital. In a nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Hold on. So, okay, 1800s, damn, it's a long time ago. Virginia, okay. Early America, actually, I'm not sure when America was founded, but somewhere around that time at least. I find it annoying because it's taking a while, but this just because I'm tired. This is honestly worth it. I just didn't expect to be doing so much Googling. Okay, 1776 and not long after. Okay, and it was okay. So Carpenter Preacher got it. Rebellion got it. Okay, got it. And they said he.
Nat Turner died fighting for freedom.
Yep. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie about the hair. I just saw the eyes. I thought it was a girl. Also, this one and this one are definitely girls, and I assume that's him right there. So the first three pictures I saw didn't and I think kind of threw me the wrong way. So I see. Okay, I assume that's where the America KKK thing comes from in the title.
Emmett Till was lynched for sassing.
Okay, got it. And then But got a turn. Got it. Was killed for it. Got it. Okay, so. Uh, and okay. You know, I never heard their name before, but that's interesting. You know, it's so interesting, you know, how echo chambers work, where, you know, it can be like, you know, the biggest person in their field and you won't hear of them. I've heard a lot of jazz people, though, you know, like Miles Davis and Ornette Coleman, but, you know, I guess blues is just, I thought blues would have been more connected, I guess not.
Bessie Smith bled to death in front of a white folks hospital. In a nation.
Huh? Uh, okay, car crash. Okay, so their friend crashed. Got it. So okay, I see. Hold on. Got it. Okay, what did it say? 49? 43. Okay. All right, got it. Sorry. All right.
Nat Turner died fighting for freedom. Emmett Till was lynched for sassing. Bessie Smith bled to death in front of a white folks hospital. In a nation under God, indivisible.
I know this is fucking spacebar. Fuck. Come on, Cam. This is so stupid. Oh man. Sorry, I'm very irritable. I'm very tired. I'm very hungry.
Prophets.
I want to start from the beginning because I want it to actually flow uninterrupted. I just didn't know I need so much context right away. I'm sure there's gonna be a very dense album. I might research things on my off time. I didn't expect it to be so dense up front, but I'm just gonna let it go this time.
We are
The what?
Prophets.
Rapping black.
20 minutes, Jesus. 2 minutes of music. Apologies.
I say when people pass their souls around like tattered hats or old.
We are
The what?
Prophets.
Rapping black.
Rapping black, rapping black, rapping black.
Locked in now.
I say when people pass their souls around like tattered hats or old tin cups, they chance to sell for pennies their most worthy possession.
So I'm not understanding that one.
I say we should take a lesson from the insect. Take a bee. If a bee want honey, he'll go out and make it. And if
Insects,
niggas
okay.
want freedom, all they got to do is quit crying and lying and dying and just reach out and take it. Take it. Take it.
I get that one.
instructions on what to do with niggas and Negroes when the revolution starts.
Step 1,
Shoot them in the head and make sure they dead.
Step 2,
Stack all bodies together in neat piles and get behind them and fight this revolution. Revolution. Revolution.
Again, I'm gonna assume that's
Nat Turner
satire.
died fighting for freedom.
But give me some context. Maybe it's not.
Was lynched for sassy.
Maybe they're being serious about something I'm
Bessie
unaware of.
Smith bled to death in front of a white folks hospital. In a nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see? Ask not what you can do for your country, but what in the fuck has it done for you?
I like that one. I like that a lot. Very, very nice. Very nice play on that. If you don't know, because honestly, my generation is one of the. They could be smarter. If you happen to not know what that is, it was ask what not you can do for your country, but what your country can do for you. I want to say that was Roosevelt. I don't know. Again, I'm Canadian. I'm not American, but I know it's one of the early I guess not early, but one of the older presidents. Let's quote from them, I believe. Come on.
Look at them flames lighting up the sky. Ain't never seen fire shooting up so high. Look at them flames lighting
There's an
up
actual
the sky.
flow now.
Look at them flames lighting up the sky. Ain't never seen fire shooting up so high. Look at them flames lighting up the sky.
Look at them
Ain't never
flames
seen
lighting up
fire
the sky.
shooting up so high.
I ain't never seen fire shooting up so high. Are you listening, people, to what I'm saying? Because it sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Ever since they passed them civil rights, those fires have been lighting up the nights. And they say they ain't gonna stop till we all have equal rights. Looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them
Niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
So
Them niggas ain't playing.
Ever since they passed them civil rights, those fires have been lighting up the nights. And they say they ain't gonna stop till we all have equal rights. Looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them
Yo.
So from my understanding, with a lot of this stuff, it well, okay, hold on, never mind. Okay, you know, so my thought for I don't know whatever reason, I guess you know, schools don't really teach much. They teach less and less as time goes on. So I guess some more ignorance because they never elaborated and I never thought to think about it further. But, you know, my thought was like, yeah, you know, Martin Luther and all these kind of things happened. And, you know, excuse me, they, you know, they started this movement or whatever. And then it went fine with no resistance whatsoever. And thinking about that I don't know where that would have came from because I'm sure it was a very, you know, hard push to get that movement. It wasn't just, I'm sure it wasn't as easy as, hey, don't be racist. And everyone was like, oh, we didn't know. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, we didn't know. Like, I'm sure there was some, you know, some resistance and some force used here and there. And I assume that's what they're talking about, the fires and stuff. You know, wasn't as peaceful
Flames lighting up the sky.
as some would
Ain't never
say.
seen fire shooting up so high. Look at them flames lighting up the sky.
Look at
Ain't
them
never
flames
seen
lighting up
fire
the sky.
shooting up so high.
I ain't never seen fire shooting up so high. Are you listening, people, to what I'm saying? Because it sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Ever since they passed them civil rights, those fires have been lighting up the nights. And they say they ain't gonna stop till we all have equal rights. Looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them
yo.
niggas ain't playing.
Looks like they developed a new black pride. It even showing the way they now stride. You better look around, y'all. Can't you see what I'm saying? Sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
They sure ain't.
They sure ain't playing.
I think they're trying to get something started.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about Snick and us and the black.
Well, these buttons do work. Never mind, they don't. Why would they?
Party.
Yeah.
Is
There we go.
anyone listening to what I'm saying?
They sure ain't.
It's a lot
They
better.
sure ain't playing.
I think they're trying to get something started.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about Snick and us and the Black Panther Party.
Yeah.
Is anyone listening to
Wonder
what
what
I'm
that is.
saying?
Yeah, man.
Because it sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
18 billion so far as the claim of damage done by looting and flame. Snick and
Is that where you know, I know I said I wouldn't talk about any of this kind of stuff, but there's literally no music here. So at least instrumental music. So there's really nothing else to talk about. So I'm just kind of taking in everything they're saying. So I'm not a superhero guy, I'm not a Marvel guy, but from my understanding, Black Panther in like the story was like liberating his people or something like that. Is this where it comes from? 'Cause I don't know. I know, you know, comics and stuff have been around since like the 30s or 20s or something, like maybe 40, long fucking time ago. I don't know when Black Panther came into existence, but I guess Black Panther is like a phrase that means. I literally have Google. Okay, let's go 1960s then. Cool, if this worked. It'd be really cool if my spacebar worked. It'd be nice. Okay. I don't know either of those names. Got it, got it. Understood.
I think they tried. You better look around, y'all. Can't you see what I'm saying? Sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
They sure ain't.
They sure ain't playing.
I think they're trying to get something started.
Oh, yeah?
I'm talking about Snick and us and the Black Panther Party.
Yeah.
Is anyone listening to what I'm saying?
I don't know what snicking
Because it
means.
sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas
I
ain't
have to.
playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
18 billion so far as the claim of damage done by looting and flame. Yet look around, ain't nothing changed.
Nothing's
Damn
changed.
thing.
I sure hope somebody is listening to what I'm saying. Because it sure looks to
I'm
me
sorry,
like...
I need to focus here. Windows is absolutely being dog shit today. Oh, come on, you gotta be fucking serious. Cannot be. Fuck off. Jesus Christ. Okay, what do they say again?
of damage done by looting and by Snick and us and the Black Panther Party.
Yeah.
They're trying to get something started.
Oh, yeah?
I'm talking about Snick and us and the Black Panther Party.
Yeah.
Is anyone...
So, okay, so
Oh, yeah?
I'm talking about Snick and us and the Black Panther Party.
Yeah.
I'm missing something because by definition I would assume they're being cut out, but they're saying they're being snicking in. Unless they're saying snuck, but that doesn't make sense either. This would definitely be one of those videos where I'd appreciate all the context and all the, you know, let me know all the shit. Let me know all the stuff.
Is anyone listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Because it sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Half
Them
an hour,
niggas ain't
god fucking
playing.
damn
Them
it.
niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas
Ooh.
ain't playing.
18 billion so far as the claim of damage done by looting and flame. Yet look around, ain't nothing so far.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
18 billion so far as the claim of damage done by looting and flame. Yet look around, ain't nothing changed.
Nothing's
Damn
changed.
thing.
I sure hope somebody is listening to what I'm saying. Because it sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas
yo.
sure ain't playing.
The bigots and the birches, they just can't see. This now black generation is gonna be free. Just you try and stop them and for sure you see what I'm saying. Sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Now where the black man is going is anybody's guess. With his natural hair and his afro dress.
But you can believe one thing and forget the rest.
We know for sure. Them niggas ain't playing. And we ain't either.
Pain, pain.
That was interesting.
Pain. A little for some
There's
and
like-
a whole lot for others.
It didn't sound like they were yelling much louder than before, but I definitely heard some extra like room reverb. Natural because reverb, digital reverb was not invented till like the 80s or no 90s, sorry. Late 80s maybe. Point is that, and I heard I think someone clapping in the background, so that was again this very raw production. You know, well, there is no production. It's just straight, you know.
Pain, pain, pain. A little for some and a whole lot for others. Complete crushing for those who never understand in this society. Pain is a
Oh
part
shit,
of
music.
man.
Pain.
What the fuck?
Endure you
On
must.
this album?
Or be crushed. Pain, 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 pain. A little for some and a whole lot for others. Complete crushing for those who never understand in this society. Pain is a part of man.
Pain.
Pain.
Endure you must, or be crushed. Pain, 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 like fine eyes burning flesh. Leave me sane. Do not mix my mind and leave me blind. The pain of a disease that has no cure. The pain of a love affair that got nowhere.
Pain.
The pain of a system where oppression you must bear.
Pain.
The pain of a war that has no end.
Pain.
Cruel people that inflict pain.
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 I wonder if that's someone playing that cello in the room.
The pain that a man has to endure when two junior
Very nice
flip-hop
playing,
ride
too.
loving pig police
Let me hear what they're saying.
Pain.
Cruel people that inflict pain.
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 For monetary gain. The pain that a man has to endure when two junior flip hot rod loving pig policemen
Pain.
put him in the position
lot of words
where
I
he
don't
must
understand.
flip
Holy
hot
shit.
rod loving pig policemen.
Pain.
Put him in the position where he must choose against humiliation as a man or death.
Pain.
The pain.
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 Like busting babies' heads against cement walls. Pain.
Pain.
Of people going to the moon while little brothers and Watts hustle hard all night trying to eat. Hand-me-down hats, hand-me-down shoes, everything used. And then you sick peckerwoods want to know why we don't follow rules.
Pain.
There are two little brothers while little brothers and Watts hustle hard all night trying to eat. Hand-me-down hats, hand-me-down shoes, everything used. And then you sick peckerwoods want to know why we don't follow rules.
Pain.
There are two little brothers that I know who would someday like to go to a show. Yeah, just a plain old 50-cent show. How much did you say that last moonshot cost? Leave your head, 'cause you ought to be dead.
I don't know what a moonshot is either. There is so many. There is so much old language and old slang and cultural stuff that's totally going over my head. There's so I'm not gonna be Google anymore. There's so much, but I googled enough that I got the point. You know, I understand the type of subject matter they are talking about and where this album stands. So any more research I might do on my off time, but I got
looked
it.
at the moon so full and so bright, and then at the fireplace with its flickering light, and realized why this world will never be right. Then I threw another log on the fire. Inside these four walls, I am a king. But beyond that door, it doesn't mean a thing. I pay all my dues, still I have only a partial membership in world happenings, and my blood runs freely in Vietnam. So I threw another log on the fire. Why do you insist I have only a partial membership in world happenings, and my blood runs freely in Vietnam? So I threw another log on the fire. Why do you insist on keeping us caged? You know, all that does is intensify rage. The word now is seize the time, and all power to the people.
Power to the people.
A mandala.
A mandala.
Then I threw another log on the fire. Putting us in a cage was a mistake. All that did was intensify hate. Now shackled to our cages, you expect us to wait while you fool around on the moon, and from there look for another place to conquer while I throw another log on the fire. America, you argue, is just doing fine. These racial things, however, do take time. Well, I'm tired of waiting and not getting mine.
Me too.
Except, however, in Vietnam, where every dead black man is a credit to his race, as long as he remembers his place. So I threw another log on the fire. Let it burn. Quick to put pencil to paper, can't wait. Must write, must explain before it's too late. The flames are at their peaks now, can't wait. Too many broken promises.
Too many.
Too many black babies asking why.
Too many.
Too many restless armies in the ghetto.
Too many.
So I'll just throw another log on the fire.
A man can walk proudly down any street.
Keep singing.
A man's not ashamed of what he believes. He knows how to laugh. He knows how to cry. He knows how to live. He's not afraid to die. tell me, Otis, what is a man?
I'm a black man, a pimp. All the swinging young hip brothers dig me. I'm their symbol, I'm real. With me they can relate and associate. You see, I came from those same shabby shacks with those same funky rags on my back. But growing up in a world of dog eat dog, I learned that the dirtiest dog got the bone.
Right on.
Meaning not the dog with the loudest bark, but the dog with the coldest heart.
Coldest.
I became the North Pole. Cold, 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 cold. My blood is like ice water in my veins, which the engine of my heart keep pushing through the deep freeze of my frame. I take whole money and feel no pain.
No pain.
Like white men do. Only white men pimp niggas and lame. That's where I got the idea for the game.
Right on.
Bunko, that's what it is.
Teach, brother.
But not that lame shit like the white boys play, because once I start playing the game, I improved it right away. You see, I wear $100 fronts and $200 slides, and a hog is the only thing in which I ride, and niggas can't get that on 8 to 5.
Okay.
I have 2 and 3 grands in my pocket every day. Hoes, dough, cocaine is the name of the game I play. But you know, folks tell me that if I'd applied my ability in another way, ain't no telling where I would be today. Because I'm so damn keen. White girls melt like butter when they look into this pretty tan face of mine. Black girls, well, they know I'm fine. Keen and mean and don't give a damn. But I know the truth. If I had a master's, I wouldn't be a damn bit further. I'll just be fooling myself and selling out my brother. I'll still be unhappy because I'm black.
Black.
I'm free. I want freedom, freedom,
That guy's
freedom
mad.
now. So you better watch out for me, because I'm a black man, a time bomb, destined to explode. But you can't tell where I'm coming from. And the next time instead of buying a Cadillac, I'm gonna buy myself a gun.
A gun.
A man searches for the key to success. He'd rather be sure than make a wild guess. He knows how to love, he knows how to hate, he knows how to
Yeah.
move me.
Upright bass is in there
He
now.
knows just when to wait.
And you know what? I like the guys yelling, and I like the girls singing, because both of those really help to because when it comes to like anger and frustration, it's not just anger. You know, like anger is more of the result of a bunch of other feelings, obviously. You know, and like, you know, you have the guy who's yelling, but I like how, at least, you know, contextually, you know, I don't know her name, but the girl's fragile, melancholic singing kind of gives a bit more emotional context, you know. So it's not like, you know, I just mean like politics, lyrics, history, everything inside, just everything inside, just the sound, right? You know, just like the, you know, yelling on its own is one thing, but when you pair it with that kind of melancholic singing, it gives it so much more meaning and context and depth to it emotionally. You know what I mean? I like that a lot.
What is a man? Tell me.
That's the difference between like anger and frustration.
What is a man?
Anger is just blind hate, and it's anger, you know. Frustration is
I'm a black man.
frustration, you know.
A time bomb in a cage with
Pent-
nothing to
it's a
do
lot
in
of
this
pent
crummy
up-
town.
A lot
I'm
of
a black
things
man.
that eventually
I'm
just
a-
kind of comes out, you know.
I'm a black man. A time bomb in a cage with nothing to do in this crummy town. Eyes probing cracked ceilings, dirty peeling walls. Then rising from broken mattresses thinking, damn, sure wish I had a drink. to help me forget the piss, the rotten, the stink. Bare feet explore cold floor, to cluttered bathrooms, diapers in tub. And wouldn't you know it, no film from a brown.
Oh, it's LA.
And now of all the goddamn luck, now the toilet stopped up, and the sight of all this shit is making me sick. Damn. Sure wish I had a drink.
Sure wish I had a drink now.
Looking out of cracked windows at cluttered yards filled with old wood and junk cars, I can't take anymore, so turning I head for the door. And once outside, I remember my plight. And I accept my faith and vow to return tonight.
They're talking about all
The ghetto is home and it wouldn't be right.
yeah, they're talking about the ghetto. Like they
To leave my
just said.
home in spite of the sight. So I'll have a few drinks and maybe even a fight. But come hell or high water, I'll be back home tonight.
Be home tonight.
A man can be angry and still
Somewhat small neighborhood too.
A man don't give up till the battle is won. He
Thought that was
knows how to win. He's not
a satellite view. It's not.
I say he knows how to win. He's not ashamed to lose.
Those are cool.
He knows
I like those.
that destiny is his alone to choose.
I don't know what they are, but they're cool looking.
What is a man?
I'll probably Google that later.
Tell us, Tony. What is a man?
You know, folks tell you about the signified monkey and all.
I'm a black man, so I'll have a few drinks
A man.
to leave my home in spite of the sight. So I'll have a few drinks and maybe even a fight. But come hell or high water, I'll be back home tonight.
Be home tonight.
A man can be angry and still hold his tongue. A man don't give up till the battle is won. He knows how to win. He's not afraid to lose. I say he knows how to win. He's not ashamed to lose. He knows that his destiny is his alone to choose. What is a man? Tell us, Tony. What is a man?
You know, folks tell you about the signified monkey and all that stuff.
Right on.
Now let me tell you about a brother that was real and rough. Heavy
I don't know
as
what
deepest
the,
mine this century,
You know, obviously, I know the monkey stereotype. I don't know what signified monkey is. So again, give me some context. Let me know.
Right on.
I'm Googling for the time being.
You know, folks tell you about the signified monkey and all that stuff.
Right on.
Now let me tell you about a brother that was real and rough. Heavy as deepest mine this century, bar none. They exalt fools, or should I say tools, above him. But those that are hip know they on a trip. You know what Whitey said? What's this man's name exposing our game?
Malcolm, sir, shouted Tom.
Take that nigga's head.
Malcolm
He's
X,
waking
I
black
assume.
people from the dead, talking about lead.
Led.
Kill they did. But the master was so strong, he lives on. And the man found out he did wrong. Cause the master Malcolm ain't gone.
Teach, brother.
His ideals live on.
And on.
And on.
And on.
And on.
And on.
A man can walk proudly down any street. A man's not ashamed of what he believes. He knows how to laugh. He knows how to cry. He knows how to live. He's not afraid to die. What is a man? afraid to die. How to cry. He knows how to live. He's not afraid to die. What is a man?
These little singing sections are very nicely written too.
What is a man?
It's interesting to me that and this is kind of where I guess the comments on the Kendrick Fate are coming from, where they're half you talk too much and half not at all, because usually there's a lot of stuff I'm getting out at the start, and then afterwards I got it all out, so I'm more listening, you know. I'm always listening, but you know, and anyways, it'd be interesting to see from like a literary perspective, right, where this fits into things, because there's a lot of different styles of literature and writing, you know. There's Shakespeare, and you know, all the very like all the metric, what is it called, like the lexical stress and all like the timing stuff, and there's don't remember his name, but there's another guy that it's more about like just like it wasn't about rhyming, it was about just like talking and letting like the natural, like letting like the natural rhythm and rhyme of the words kind of do the heavy lifting. It was a bit more blunt and stuff, you know. And I'm not sure where stuff to do with like, you know, internals, externals, and you know, the stuff that rap tends to do a lot. I'm not sure where that came in. If that was already a thing that was being done by other people earlier on, or if it came from rap culture. It'd be very interesting to see kind of where this album and that style of writing falls into the history of like literature at large. And I don't know if that I was gonna say I don't know if that's been like something that's been studied. I'm sure it is somewhere. I'm sure someone's done like research on that, like where like the, you know, the not anthropomorphic, that's not the right word. What is it? Well, it's anthropology, is the study of like where human traditions and behaviors and things came from. But wouldn't be. Anyways, whatever. It'd be interesting to look into on my off time. I'm starting to put some more time into researching literature rather than just researching music a shit ton, you know, and audio a shit ton.
Hello, niggas.
Hello, niggas.
I want each and every one of you to ask yourself a question. Like, am I a nigga?
Not talking to me.
Hello, niggas.
Hello, niggas.
I want each and every one of you to ask yourself a question. Like, am I a nigga?
Are you a nigga?
I don't think so.
Am I a nigga?
Am I a nigga?
Am I a nigga? And if the answer is yes,
No.
don't be ashamed to admit you're a nigga.
No.
Because
I'm not
it's
ashamed,
the
I
nigga
just-
in you that turns you
Pretty
black.
sure I'm not.
You're a nigga.
No.
Because it's the nigga in you that turns you black. Once you learn to hate it.
Hate it!
I don't think that's how vitiligo works.
Honey, what's this black world coming to? This matter-of-fact middle-class black bourgeois. Honey, what's this black world coming to? This matter-of-fact middle-class black bourgeoisie ass wish I was rich class nigga man. Honey, there's a difference between a black man and a nigga.
Sure is.
Nigga, he look at me with hungry eyes, tries to take me by surprise with his fancy title, conservative dress. Whitey's manners at their best. Oh, how he lays it on. Opens the door, takes my arm, shows me off with the maximum charm. Haircut close against his head. Thinks he's alive when he's really dead. Fooled into believing white lies instead of the black truth. You know the type. Do anything to touch your swipe. Likes his women to press their hair and dress to kill and smile a lot against their will.
Rapping facts.
Bow and scrape to beat the band. For position, for money, or to please the man. Honey, there's a difference between a black man and a nigger. Makes you wonder what this black world is up to. Up to its neck in credit and debt. Trapped in the ghetto like a fish in a net. Trying to get free, trying hard to be real, but hungry a lot. Till you run into one high-class bourgeoisie-ass nigger gonna help you out. He puts some cash in your hand, say he understand, but leads an unhappy life. Has an unhappy wife and one big plan for you. All you gotta do is, well, you know.
You know.
Honey, what's this black world becoming? Party time, plenty of wine and good grass, but no cash. Black men preaching that they care, sitting there proud to be black with their natural hair, and
Rappin'
they say, ain't it a fact that black women today are over-demanding, selfish and spoiled, misled into using the pill and the coil, complaining that blackness means hard work and pain, not knowing their place, too much crap on their face, dresses too short, too tight. In fact, nothing about this proud black woman seems right, to hear them tell it. Well, I'd rather sell it than give it away any day to somebody who's always got something to say, like, you ain't nothing, no way, bitch.
Interesting.
I got a few things.
I have thoughts, but I don't know what I'm gonna say 'em. I don't know. Nowadays, literally anything offends everybody, so I don't know, but I think, I mean, in a good way, like, not, like, I don't hate that song, I like that song, and there's some extra thoughts I have on why I like that song, but I don't know if I want to say them, but maybe, and again, I'm not one to speak on this, so, you can feel free to not take any of this seriously at all, but at least from what I've seen, when you go online, everyone's yelling at each other, blah blah blah, everyone's got to be political now. From what I've seen, there's from their description a lot less of the men, I guess, and more of the other ones. It's interesting because I've put time into researching a lot of this kind of stuff, not super heavily, but more than most people that I would know, as in, all my friends who are, white or whatever, school doesn't really teach much of black history. You know what? My school taught none, actually. Through word of mouth, just like, in passing, I've heard of names before, like, how can you not know who Martin Luther King Jr. is, and, Harriet Tubman and these kind of people, train, the train and whatever it was, all that kind of stuff, but, I myself went out of my way like this to kind of research more on the culture, and sometimes I see some people, who are black, and I won't say what, because this isn't a political channel. I'm not trying to start any fights or any fires or anything like that, but sometimes I'll see some some of them, and they it seems like they've lost the plot a little bit, and might be a tiny bit egotistical, but sometimes I think maybe I know a little more than sometimes they know sometimes, which, I'm sure is, not true, but, sometimes, I don't know, there's a lot of crazy people out there, a lot of crazy things going on, in a lot of ways the world's kind of falling apart, at least personally. I'm very intelligent. I have 130 IQ. So, I have that thought a lot of times where it's like, man, I don't think people really understand what's going on, or, I don't know. It's a weird spot to be in a way. It's a weird, what's the phrase? I don't want to say egotistical, but like I guess technically, you know, I'll be talking to people sometimes, right? And it might not even be that like they're, you know, uneducated. Sometimes it's just I'm overeducated, I guess. But sometimes it feels like when I'm talking to people that there's just such a disconnect into our capacity to like understand each other and stuff. And you know, as much as I try to understand everybody, you know, lateral thinking, you know, looking at problems in different angles, all kind of stuff, you know, perspectives, devil's advocate, you know, as much as I try to understand everything, you know, I feel like more and more and more there's a lot of people that like do not, and they just want what they want, and they're gonna fucking get it, and you know, they'll do anything they can to get it, you know. And you know, even musically too, you know, like I said, you know, I don't like a lot of modern rap at all. And it's funny listening to this album, right? I can see like the seeds, I can see where so many parts of like rap and hip hop culture came from, you know. I can see like I can see all the different mindsets and values and things in this that have expanded into the music. And then you know, Vanilla Ice, and I don't want to say Eminem because you know, he actually is like he is valid. But like Vanilla Ice, and I skip ahead, and you know like I don't know any names because I really couldn't care. I don't remember. I don't spend a lot of time consuming media that is bad. But the whole white rapper thing, there was it kind of became, you know, cool, and there's the industry kind of pushed how do I explain it, damn, in a way it got taken over a little bit, you know, by people who didn't know the culture. They just knew what rap was and how cool it looked, and then it slowly over time it went from the core values we see here and the cultural stuff to more and more and more into the materialism aspect of it, and the sexual aspect of it, and they're missing parts of the culture. They're missing why they were saying the things they said, and what like they're missing like why they're being aggressive and threatening. They're missing why they were I don't know if I can say the word pimp. I don't know if I can. But in that song I could see like where a lot of like I can see where like the misogynistic aspect of rap comes in later. I can kind of see how that may have same thing where, I mean, I don't know if it's been always bad, or there was a point to it. Again, I'm not black, you know, surprise surprise. But again, like the other thing, you know, I can see where if there was some kind of cultural point to it, I can see where, you know, over time it gets watered down. Now it's just plain misogyny, you know. All these talk about revolution kind of just got watered down into just plain violence, and it's, you know, it all kind of, you know, it all kind of like lost the plot over time. And anyways, yeah, that's it. Where'd the thing go?
I got a few things I want to say about a lady I met the other day.
And again, feel free to tell me I'm wrong. I'm all for it.
I want to say about a lady I met the other day.
I'm always down to learn and be proven wrong, so let me know if I am.
I got a few things I want to say about a lady I met the other day. She had a wig on and was white to the bone.
White to the bone.
She was real hip on a LSD trip. Sister was neat and had the longest eyelashes I ever did see.
Oh, yeah?
They look like branches from a palm tree. That's the way they look to me. Like I said before, she was real hip and acted like me. She didn't see. But the branches on her eyes make sister out of a lie. Flooding and sticking together and things. Let me quit high-siding and tell you about sister's mind.
Yeah,
Tell us
me
about sister's mind.
Damnedest thing I ever did see. I played a game, you know it's always the same. Like I was shooting at her and she had in fact trapped me. To a pad we tripped and had cheese and wine.
Cheese and wine?
I asked her when we was gonna eat. She said I just had a white
already.
folks treat. I sure would have rather had we tripped and had cheese and wine.
Cheese and wine?
I asked her when we was gonna eat. She said I just had a white folks treat.
Excuse me.
I sure would have rathered me.
Me too.
Let me quit high-siding and tell you about sister's mind. Damnedest thing I ever did see. She was in college. She really had a lot of white knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
We laid on pillars and watched Tom Jones. She
Jones.
cried and screamed and told me that white man was a dream. Some kind of way the conversation got on black, and she said she didn't believe in that. She said she was an American Negro, and that African stuff had to go. Integration was her thing, and Angela Davis ought to be shamed.
Aw.
Sure would have rathered me.
Me too.
Let me quit high-siding and tell you about sister's mind. Damnedest thing I ever did see. She was in college. She really had a lot of white knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
We laid on pillars and watched Tom Jones. She
Jones.
cried and screamed and told me that white man was a dream. Some kind of way the conversation got on black, and she said she didn't believe in that. She said she was an American Negro, and that African stuff had to go. Integration was her thing, and Angela Davis ought to be shamed. By this time, I was so mad. I got up to go, and she asked me when we was going to the show. Never, I said, and slammed the door. Let me quit high-siding and tell you about sister's mind.
Yeah, tell me
Tell
about her
us
mind.
about her mind.
Damnedest thing I ever did see. She didn't have one.
Right on, sure did.
You know, well, no, they.
She was an American Negro.
I feel like I've heard, dumbass, uneducated girls my age say that a lot. It's funny how some things just don't change.
Drinking wine. Everybody watches lazy Watts niggas standing around in a vacant lot. Drinking wine, dropping pills, smoking pot. Taking long trips around the block. Everybody watches as frustrated pigs look on from unmarked cars and black militant faces mirror back their stare, standing around in a vacant lot. Everybody watches as proud Biafra still hangs on, though only by a thread. As thousands die each day from starvation and disease, proud black people dying for a dream. Everybody watches as Jew generals assure the world, Israel will live! Yes! Israel will survive! And all Arabs in the world can't change that.
Everybody watches.
Everybody watches as
Man, it's funny how
niggas
things
make their
don't
way
change.
home to the ghetto from work.
I didn't expect him
Bringing
to
with
be
the night
talking about fucking Israel and shit. Holy fuck. Which I am not at all gonna talk about at all, because I don't know anything about that shit. And like I said, I'm all, you know, I'm always down to learn and stuff, but I don't ask questions. I don't start, you know, like I said, I'm down to learn and stuff, but you know, like I said, I don't talk about things that I don't know about, so I ain't touching that shit at all. Things just don't fucking change, do they?
Drinking wine, dropping pills, smoking pot. Mirror back their stare. As thousands die each day from starvation and disease, proud black people dying for a dream.
But
Everybody watches.
what's with my spacebar? Let me know, I guess, how this, because to me it seems very unrelated, but I mean, I'm sure it isn't. You know, this album was very, you know, dense with a lot of cultural meaning and stuff, so I'm sure that it's related to something. So again, let me know what they're talking about. Give me some context, because that's probably what I'm gonna need the most context for.
His Jew generals assure the world. Israel will live! Yes! Israel will survive! And all Arabs in the world can't change that.
Everybody watches.
Generals assure the world. Israel will live! Yes! Israel will survive! And all Arabs in the world can't.
I think you said Arabs, I'm not sure. Again, don't know how this relates, but sure.
Everybody watches.
Everybody watch.
Maybe something to do with Christianity, because I know, it's very popular in the black community. Maybe it's something to do with that. That's the only thing I can even think of, but let me know.
This time in the world can't change that.
If you can be respectful and calm about it, then let me know. Because like I said before, I understand, Israel there's been so much of them in the news the past couple years, and holy shit are people extreme about their emotions about literally everything to do with that. So yeah, be nice in those comment sections.
Everybody watches as tired niggas make their way home to the ghetto from work, bringing with the night violence, destruction, and death, and whatever other shit you lay on niggas. Everybody watches as another birthday slips by, leaving us with a promise a year older. As Uncle Tom and Mighty Whitey get together and plan our next setback, everybody watches to make sure that nobody gets something for nothing or gives something for nothing. Everybody watches, and it's my black luck. Everybody watches, and it's my black luck. Though everybody watches, nobody gives a fuck.
This probably should be played louder, to be honest.
Watch out, black folks. Watch out, black folks.
You better watch out!
Watch out, black
You better watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out, black folk! For niggas!
Niggas!
Because niggas are talking it, but they don't believe it. The revolution is coming with cheers.
It's gotta be
You better
loud, they're
watch
yelling at me.
out! You better watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out, black folk! For niggas! Because niggas
know
are
what?
talking it, but they don't believe it. The revolution is coming with cheers. They got their hands in your pocketbook, trying to bleed you, make windmills and speech, and the niggas want to lead you. Talking all this revolutionary shit makes me hot. Niggas don't even want a slingshot.
Watch out, black folks.
You better watch out. You better watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out, black folks. For niggas. Because niggas are talking it, but they don't believe it. The revolution is coming with cheers. They all buying fancy homes, pretty
That's
cars,
why.
living like they
There we
movie
go.
stars off your money. But white folks are buying guns, chump. Guns to shoot, guns to but they don't believe it. The revolution is coming with cheers. They all buying fancy homes, pretty cars, living like they movie stars off your money. But white folks are buying guns, chump. Guns to shoot, guns to kill, and you know damn well they will.
They will.
You better watch out! You better watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out, black folks! For niggas! Because niggas are talking it, but they don't believe it. The revolution is coming with cheers. They rapping like they true blacks, driving Cadillacs, got white girls in them, spending your last penny, wearing dashikis and sandals too.
You better watch out, black folks, for niggas.
'Cause niggas ain't doing nothing but
Jiving.
I remember many
Jive
things.
away.
I remember many
By all
things.
means.
I remember warm brown faces and nights of smoke-filled rooms with lights, all red and green and blue aglow against the gloom. Nights ago, nights of low, honey, husky whispers.
Music changed.
Against my face, I
Different key.
still can taste the bitter sting of whiskers. Endless, empty endearments fell like broken glass on my brain because I played the hustling game. I remember many things. I remember flushed, white faces blowing wild, like papers in the wind. Single file, passing through my life, a long and lonely string of men. And me, thinking I was free, ever drifting like an autumn leaf or a lost kite against the cold March. I remember many things. I remember warm brown faces and nights of smoke-filled rooms with lights, all red and green and blue aglow against the gloom. Nights ago and many things. I remember warm brown faces and nights of smoke-filled rooms with lights, all red and green and blue aglow against the gloom. Nights ago, nights of low, honey, husky whispers. Against my face, I still can taste the bitter sting of whiskers. Endless, empty endearments fell like broken glass on my brain.
And there's a lot of things I'm missing out on, you know, like the whiskers and the red, white, and blue, or red, green, and blue light. Again, give me all the context.
Because I
all of it.
The hustling game. Fell like broken glass on my brain.
It's hard to. It feels well written. I just can't tell because I don't know half the words they're saying.
Because I played the hustling game. I remember many things. I remember flushed white faces blowing
Fairly
wild,
well written.
like papers in the wind. Flushed white faces blowing wild, like papers in the wind. Single file, passing through my life, a long and lonely string of men. And me, thinking I was free, ever drifting like an autumn leaf or a lost kite against the cold March sky. Someone coming in the dark, me all wet and warm and wild, but with a frozen heart. Knowing, tasting many lips, full-pocketed patrons, like high-class ships sailing in the shadows, taking pleasure trips, waiting like vultures for the carcass of the dying prey, waiting after sundown to be hidden from the light of day. I remember many things. Feeling helpless, feeling hopeless like a bird with broken wings. Walking dead among the living, always taking, rarely giving, old before my time. Serving like a misled soldier for a cause that never was, then punished for my crime by never really knowing, showing, glowing, giving of. Only making funny money, selling artificial love.
My name is Fuck.
It'd be interesting to know the recording process for this album because, you know, the voices are so loud. The instruments, you know, especially the piano, would be louder, but they're so quiet. And it sounds like it's in the room, but if it is in the room, it'd be picked up on the mic more, unless the mic is really shit. But again, I don't think that's how that would work. Or if they were like, it was a big room and they were way on the other side of it playing those instruments. But then that would mean you have like the microphone, the person, then like in the middle you have like the upright bass, and like on like the far end you have the piano. And maybe they did do that. Maybe they wanted it to sound kind of like in the background like this, so they need to space it out properly. Because, you know, that was a big thing, you know. Well, maybe not at that point, but because it doesn't sound sampled, that's why I think it's live. But anyways, at that point, I don't know, but at least like in like the 30s and stuff, right? Like Frank Sinatra and stuff, right? Excuse me. I don't know why I have so much that in me. I literally didn't eat anything today. I think Frank Sinatra was the 30s. Like mic placement was important, and you had, if you wanted a sound on your album, you had to get it in the room. That's what you had to do. So when you have like a full orchestra or so, that means there's a full orchestra in that room. Things are placed very specifically, and your microphone's placed very specifically. And usually what I've seen is like you have like, you know, I've seen a picture where it's like, you know, the mic staying up, you have Frank, and then like kind of like around him and like kind of like almost a crescent moon shape, you know, you know, you know. It comes a bit more in front of him, you know, a little bit, you know. I guess it would be a crescent. I was thinking of a half circle. Point is, you have all these people with instruments like right behind him, kind of surrounding him, kind of like, you know, almost hugging him, you know. And then there's just him and the mic, and there's nothing in front of him. Maybe like the studio glass or something. So it'd be interesting to know how this is recorded, because it sounds like it's recorded live, but again, it also doesn't. But it doesn't sound sampled either. It's, you know. Also, why the hell is this censored? You know, it already has a parental advisory sticker on it, you know. You know, and if we're gonna be in the spirit of this album, say the word. Say fuck. It's fine. Say it. Do the thing.
My name is Fuck. Fuck! I was given that name because of my luck.
You're saying it. Put it in the. I mean, get rid of this little asterisk there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that thing.
My name is Fuck. Fuck! I was given that name
Fully
because
commit,
of my
man.
luck. You might think it's cool, but I'll break all your windows as soon as you move. Yeah, it's me, Fuck. Fuck! That ex-slave that used to clear your fields and till your land. You must remember me. You used to call me boy then. It's me, Fuck. Fuck! That big dumb boy. You know, the one your wife made love to and played with like a toy. You must remember me. The one you shuck down to make sure you were getting your money's worth pound for pound. Fuck! Fuck! That's me. Can't you smell the filth, the rot, and the pee? I still remember my little shack cramped and cold that I lived in with contempt and control. But now, Whitey, I follow your road. Rally around your flags, all. Because the changing of the guard will mean the changing of our road.
Fuck you.
And you too.
There's so much slang nowadays that I saw, like, it didn't exist, then it did, and everyone used it, that actually existed for a long time, you know? Like, I can't think of any, but, there's so much that I thought, that we created that was actually just repurposed black slang, or was, slang that was just old, that just, I guess, went away for a bit and came back or something. Point is, you know, they said they're referring to the slaves as a boy, and an old boy, you know, was a big slang in like the I want to say late 2010s, I believe, you know, like BOI, you know, like boy, you know, that kind of thing. And my mother, who's very shitty and abusive, I don't like and don't take any of what she says seriously. I said boy once, and she said that I should never say it, and it's an extremely racist thing. And I thought she was full of shit. And maybe she is full of shit, but and maybe it is racist, but maybe just has like a racial origin, and the word itself to use isn't racist. I don't know. But again, let me know in the comments. Let me know. I want to know.
Fuck you.
And you too.
Give me all the context that's, you know. I want to know. I care. That's part of why I was being so ornery when my shit wasn't working. Because I care. I'm trying to understand shit, and it's not letting me. It's getting in my way.
Daybreak will find me
One of these,
down
right?
on my knees, a slave to my child. Oh Lord, I got to get free. A baby is born, but what's his destiny? Black in a white world.
There's some kind of clicking. I don't know if that's guitar or not.
When
Like
will we get
the finger percussion.
the freedom that we seek? Must we remain a slave to this thief? There is no justice, there's only grief when you're black in a white world. Sometimes I cry.
Maybe said that.
But what
Yeah, bright
good
bass
does
they're
it
knocking
do?
on.
Sometimes I cry, but what good does it do? Ain't I been told to thine own self be true? My
I don't know who I'm thinking of, but there was a black female artist that's very prominent in the, I don't know if it was 70s, 80s, 90s, I don't know when, but there's someone that I've heard that sounds very similar to that, like just like tone and cadence and flow and stuff. I don't remember who it was. Fuck, who was it? I don't think it was who was it? It sounds very similar to someone I've heard before. Um, I don't know. I mean, you know,
child is born, but what's he gonna do?
I don't think it's Diana Ross.
Black in a white world.
It's not Whitney Houston. Like, it's way too late to be Urethra Franklin. I mean, Aretha with an A. I mean, holy fuck. Anyways, hey, album's over. Look at that. Wow, album over. Cool. Fuck. I'm sure someone else has made that slip up before. I mean, make me feel better if someone did. Okay. It's weird that I like with how it's funny that I actually would have listened to I would listen to this again. Probably more than once actually, in full actually. You know, like I see, let me know if there's an artist, maybe some older jazz artist or something that that sounds like that last track, you know, just, you know, nice soulful vocals and some piano, maybe some light upright bass or something, you know, something like that, you know, jazz, soul, whatever it is, you know. Because I like that sound a lot. It's very soothing, very nice, and I would be very nice to kind of, you know, go to bed to and stuff. And I would play this album for that, or at least I guess some songs for it would work. But as in, rather than picking out songs as its entirety, I can't really do that because, you know, there's so much yelling on this album too. But it's funny because so excuse me, maybe, God, man, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Maybe during the day, maybe like not going to bed or something, maybe it would. It's funny because with how, instrumentally speaking, with how unmusical it is, right? It's weirdly like catchy all the way through. I like it, you know. You got you know, like the first half of the album, or first like maybe third, you know, you have this very consistent,
Sell for pennies. They're most worthy.
Rapping black.
you have this very consistent rhythm going through it. I like that rhythm. From, I think it, where was it? From here, I think, on, you had all those ending sections where, again, I don't know their name. Nice voice and nice lyrics though. You have them kind of ending the song in the same, you know, the same musical idea, same motif, you know. And we got a bit more anger near the end, and then we had some with track 16 and 18, full songs of them singing and stuff. Maybe the person I'm thinking of started from this band or group or whatever, went on to do some solo stuff, and that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if Watts Prophets split up and kind of they all did their own solo things. I don't know if they just did this album and that's it. Like a one-hit wonder kind of thing. I'm not really too sure. But again, it's funny, like I heard this. I heard about this album a long time ago, and I listened to it, and I got like a few tracks, and I was like, "Oh, this is not at all what I was expecting. This is not music. This is not dance and vibing music. This is music you gotta like sit down and pay attention to." And of course, there's a lot of very important messages here. Lots of cultural significance. So I said, you know, I'm gonna put this on the side, and I'll wait for a time when I can take it in fully and give it my full attention, and really analyze what they're saying, and you know, just sit down, you know. And that day was today, and again, despite that, I would listen to this again. I would have listened to it again, actually, casually. I did actually enjoy. I like musically, you know. I enjoyed what I heard, you know. I enjoyed the rhythms. I enjoyed the singing. I enjoyed, you know, like, you know, politics and messaging aside, it just actually was nice to listen to, you know. And, you know, culturally speaking, again, I'm not sure if this is like the first rap album, you know. I'm not sure, but it's definitely real early, you know. It reminds me how don't know. Hold on, give me a second here. I'm gonna mention the Beatles' Helter Skelter before, but that is not exactly the that's not exactly the best example. Okay, cool. So it might not, because people usually cite Helter Skelter as like the first metal song. That's not exactly true. There was songs that had like screaming and screamy vocals and stuff actually way before, you know, like a decade before, you know. It's just that it was so new that it was like the person did that one song or the one thing, and then that was kind of it. And then it took more people later, you know, in a slightly different, you know, different societies a different place, and music's at a different place, and things are evolving, and eventually over time these things back then that were so unbelievably out there are no longer they're a bit, I mean, they're still out there, but they're not as insanely out there as it was before. It's not super ahead of its time where people don't know what the hell they're listening to, and all they can say is, this is weird, I don't like it, what is this? But now it's at a point where it's close enough that people can understand how they can understand what's different about it in what way, you know. And I wanted to hold on, there's a song that if I can find I want to specifically name, but I don't know if I think it's okay, hold on, it might be this one. I bring this all up to say it might not be a, hold on, give me a second here. Yep, that's the one. I don't want to play it because, you know, copyright and stuff, you know. It's gonna get copyrighted immediately, and the less variety of copyright strikes on a video, the better. But point is, it seems like, you know, the Beatles to metal, the Beatles is to rock and metal as the Sugar Hill Gang would be to like rap and hip hop. But this Watts Profits seems to be more like this song, or some other songs where it's like it's incredibly ahead of its time, like super ahead of its time, where it's almost like not even innovative. It's more of like a blueprint for the innovators in a way, I don't know. But again, 1971, like that's super early. Holy shit, And yeah, what an interesting um album. That's on my head. I gotta find something. Hey, I gotta find something to eat. Fuck, my head's hurting. Have anything? Fuck. Um, it's such an interesting, eye-opening album that has so much clear historical and cultural significance that I feel like even among the people it's made for, I feel like so much time has passed in society that I feel like people have kind of lost the plot, and they're carrying on this, um the same behavior, same customs, but they've lost the meaning of it. They've lost the reason why I've done it in the first place. So now these things that used to have meaning and a point to them are like again, like I said before, there's a lot of talk about like revolution and stuff, and it's very threatening and violent in your face, and over time, I think people have lost the meaning and are like, oh, rap, you gotta be threatening and violent, and they kind of forgot over time why. So it just kind of got like watered down, and then it got watered down, and then it got taken to extremes. You know what I mean? And like I said, even outside of music, I get that feeling when I see certain things just happening in society, which I will not name any names because that is nowadays that's just a suicide mission. Um, you can draw your own connections where you see fit, but look at I'm not one side or the other. I'm not right nor left. I'm not even center. I'm just, with whatever's right, whatever's right, whatever makes sense, whatever is just, has good intentions, just normal people shit, I'm not a political person. It's just a waste of time to me. And I won't get into that at all, I mean, it's I think it's pretty simple, love yourself, love everybody else, but also don't be naive with it, you got to be able to protect yourself and protect your culture, stand your ground, all that kind of stuff, you can't just be, you can't be all acceptance, all giving, you have, there are certain things that you have to hold on to and protect and stuff. And yeah, and like I said before, there is so many like words and phrases and events and people and slang and just so many things, going on in this album that I don't understand. Because I mean, again, why the fuck would I, So be sure to educate me in the comments, give me all the context, all of it. I want all of it, I'm always down to learn, always down to be proven wrong. I'm mature like that. I can take criticism, if it's constructive and not just, you suck, go die. you know. Um yeah. 10 of 10, I think. I think it's fair. I mean, like I've said on the channel sometimes before, if something's a masterpiece or a 10 of the 10, that I mean, there's levels of 10 out of the 10. You know, there's light 10s, strong 10s, and there is, but a masterpiece, you know, it's like there's no complaints of any kind. Unfortunately, the spacing in this logo is wrong. I don't like how I can't see his foot. Fucking with you. It's a 10 out of 10, you know. It's a, I mean, oh yeah, the the sensor there, and I mean, yeah, I mean, masterpiece, I guess. I don't know. Feels weird to even say masterpiece because that, you know, I mean, even that's such a different conversation where like when I'm talking about music and I think of like a masterpiece, I'm thinking it's a masterpiece of music, right? And you know, it's everything about music it's doing and doing well, whether it's, you know, it's the lyrics, it's the lyrics, it's the instrumentation, it's the production, it's the everything, you know, everything, you know. Um all the music theory and stuff, you know. And but also music is expression, it's an art, you know. And this is that to like it's distilled to like its truest form. So and I guess there is instruments on here, you know, it's not all a cappella. But you know, I feel like we could use more stuff like this, political or not, you know. Music that is back to being about expression rather than financial, monetary, materialistic gain, you know. Um you know, we need more stuff like this. And that's exactly, is this, oh man, it's always, thing is so broken all the time. I don't know why it is. But yeah, I can't, we need more music like this. We really do. Transform, uh what, oh fuck, where is reset? There it is. What, oh god. Can I just, oh jeez. Oh gee, ugh. No, no. Jeez, I'm sorry. Anyways, yes, we need more art. Like we need more music like this. We need more art and artistic expression in music, and that's exactly why I do what I do. Um, there is so much music out there nowadays that is, you know, really good but overlooked for whatever reason, and that's exactly why I do what I do. You know, while all the other music critics and reactors are busy reacting to the most recent album from the most recent artist that is the most relevant, yeah, that's the word, at that given time, you know, I go over all the music that for whatever reason is good but overlooked. You know, maybe one of the band members is kind of shitty or something. Maybe it's just, maybe, I don't know, for whatever reason, uh like the overall image and art style or whatever of like the band is off-putting or something, you know, whatever it is, you know, I try and highlight good music no matter what it is. If it's good music, that's what I do here. So, you know, I don't judge books by their covers. I don't judge music by their album covers. So if there's literally anything that seems interesting in any way, you know, maybe click it, maybe watch it, you know. I know people like to watch the, I know this kind of content, people like to watch the videos on albums they already know and are familiar with, and they just want to see a reaction to it. But hopefully, you know, you can, you know, it helps me, you know, of course helps the channel, but you know, um in terms of you, who knows, maybe you might find, you know, an album that real, or an artist that really speaks to you, or maybe it helps you get through something, or maybe it influences your music and your writing. You know, you're not gonna know unless you take that plunge. But that's what I do here. I support music, and that's what I do. I explore weird genres live sometimes. I do topic videos sometimes. With their permission, I record local live music. I live stream my practice sessions when I can. My computer's exploded a couple months ago. I'm still trying to get things set up. I did match for some spare time. Um, every song I've ever liked ever goes into these playlists at, you know, and you know, YouTube likes to remove them all the time because glitches or copyright or whatever. So there's about maybe 1,000 missing, but give or take, it's everything here. And there is a ton of very good video essays here about music that these are all worth your time. And if you want to look at literally any of these, when you can, these are all very much worth it. Some of the titles and the thumbnails might be a little clickbaity, a little bit, but yeah, these are all really good, handpicked and stuff. Feel free to also use these, again, handpicked. I listen to a lot, and let's see, a lot, and yeah, that's it for this video. Subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, share with your friends, all those fancy words that YouTube likes to hear. And I think that's it for now. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next for a video. I need to get back to some Vocaloid. I want to do some Bull of Heaven as well, but that's gonna be complicated. Might live stream that or something, who knows, because I definitely, that's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work recording that, but also with just how their stuff is, I'm not gonna want to do that when I'm asleep, which will make sense when I eventually do cover their stuff. But yeah, that's it. All right, have a good night. It is 12:20. I'm gonna go drink some tap water, I guess. Patreon.